writers help readers see clear pictures in their minds? They use adjectives and adverbs to describe their characters and their characters' actions. In this lesson, I will first reread a portion of the text, The Big Problem and the Squirrel Who Eventually Solved It. And then I'm going to go back in and look for those words that describe nouns called adjectives and the words that describe verbs called adverbs. First, I will reread. The squirrels had a problem, a big problem, a scaly, striped, and spotted problem, a problem with 3 teeth, tiny horns, and a sturdy tail. This was the beginning of our story. Now I'm going to go back and reread this part, and I am going to be listening for describing words that will tell what something looks like, sounds like, tastes like, smells like, or feels, or it's going to tell more about the action. It's going to tell how the action happened, when, and where. So let's go back and read. It says right here, the squirrels had a problem. I didn't hear a describing word, but I'm going to go back and check by looking for the determiner that will signal a noun is approaching. And I see the first one, the, because I know the, a, and an are common determiners that signal a noun is coming. And look, the next word is squirrel. It's an animal. It's a noun. But there is no adjective that comes before it. And that's usually where an adjective goes. The squirrels had. Had is the verb in this sentence, but it's not giving me any description. It's just saying squirrels and connecting it to the problem. And we've got another noun determiner that's signaling that the noun is coming, and problem is not described. So boys and girls, there are no describing words here. So we'll keep reading. A big problem. Ooh, boys and girls, I heard big. I know that is a describing word. It's telling me how something looks, and I see the noun determiner here, a, that's signaling that a noun is coming. But there's an adjective between them. And look here is the noun. And I know the adjective always comes, not always, but mostly comes before the noun. So I'm going to get my highlighter, and I am going to pick turquoise, and I will underline this, and I will signal that big is changing. It's describing the problem. And I am going to continue reading. A scaly, striped, and spotted problem. Oh, boys and girls, I heard the author describing the problem some more. I see that noun determiner, a, that's signaling that a noun is approaching, and I can visually see these adjectives right here, these describing words, scaly, striped, spotted. And I'm going to draw an arrow to show that all of that is modifying and changing and describing that problem, telling us more. A problem with 3 teeth, tiny horns, and a sturdy tail. Boys and girls, I heard 3 teeth. What kind of teeth? How many? There's 3. Here's my noun determiner, a problem. Nothing here with 3 teeth. And I'm going to show that it is modifying and describing teeth. Oh, here's tiny. Tiny what? Horns. I can see tiny. And a sturdy tail. I can see it, and if I went over to feel it, I would see that it's pretty strong and doesn't move much when it's held in a certain way. And now I'm going to continue scrolling down. And we're at the scene now in the book where, remember, the oldest squirrel suggested that they observe or watch the problem. So in this part, I am anticipating that this section is going to tell me how something is done. And I know adverbs are the types of words that do that for a job. So I'm going to be really paying attention to those verbs because it will tell me where I will be expecting an adverb. So let's read. The problem slowly scratched its ear. I see the noun determiner and the noun, problem. What did the problem do? It scratched. That's my verb. And look what's in between. Slowly, it tells how it was done. So I am going to mark this with a different color. I'm going to get a blue because we always do our adverbs in blue. Slowly scratched, and it is describing how it did something. And it is an adverb. And notice that it has that ly on the end. Oh my, that ly. Oops, I'm going to get my eraser out. And we'll get that erased a little. And we'll go back in and we'll underline. And then I'll do a better job here with my yellow. Okay. So it has got that ly. See that on the end? And we know that adverbs like to end with ly. They don't always. Sometimes it can be an adjective, but usually it's an adverb. Let's keep reading. It lazily picked its nose. What did it do? Picked. Is there a word that describes picked? Yes, I see it. It did it how? Lazily. And notice again that it's describing the verb picked. And did you notice what's on the end? Yes, it's got that ly, doesn't it? So we will keep reading. It took a nap and snored loudly. How did it snore? Loudly. So again, here is the adverb loudly. It's describing the snore. And do you see what I see? It's got an adverb that ends with that ly. Remember, adverbs like to end with ly, but sometimes we'll have a noun that's trying to trick us. So we've got to be careful and make sure that that word is describing the verb like snored or picked. Okay, so today I think we did an awesome job looking with our writer's eyes as to how writers help readers see clear pictures in their minds by using describing words such as adjectives and adverbs. So today, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life, what should you do? You should be looking for and using adjectives in your own writing.